G'day guys, Josh here. Welcome to another strategy guys for Auriaya. And I gotta say, Auriaya is not a fun boss. Okay, let's just be real, okay? I call Auriaya, it's all in the pool, okay? Because this boss fight is literally decided by your pool, okay? Because a tank can basically insta-die if a bad pool is done. And we're gonna go through mechanics why. So the first mechanic is Sank the Sentry, okay? So when the person pulls the boss, basically you want to be LOS because these Sanctum Sentry have a Savage Pounce, okay? And a Savage Pounce is only done if a mob is 10 yards away from another mob, and it also stuns the target. Okay, so be aware that these Sanctum Sentries will pounce a person, and if all 4 people get pounced, while has like 4 strength of the pack, that tank's dead. Okay, that's pretty much it, because it's just too much damage. What you want to do as well is with the initial pull, is you want to MD 2 of the ads to another tank, or you want to MD all the sentries to one tank, and put them here so they can't leap, and then have another tank taunt 2 off and split it off to the side. If you want to just try to kill all 4 of them at once and pop big cooldowns into your tank, do so, okay? Basically, the quicker you get these sentries down, the easier this fight is going to be. So basically there's the Sentinel Blast, which I believe the Sentinel Blast is basically facing the way it's a conal attack. That's pretty much it. There's also Sonic Screech as well. Basically what you're going to do for Sonic Screech is everyone's going to be in front of the boss and basically split the damage. Otherwise, people are going to die. Everyone needs to split the damage, okay? There's no debuff that prevents you from not doing it. Just make sure you soak the Sonic Screech, and it's easy peasy. Sentinel Blast, just Dispel, okay? Basically, just cast on anyone, generally it's tanks. Terrifying Screech, basically, as well, is that there's a random AoE where you just feared for 3 seconds. Basically, tanks just make sure to hold it up at all times. There's also Guardian Swarms as well, where little ads spawn, and basically the player who's focused should go onto the melee. I'm very sure that Guardian Swarms can be CC'd and stuff like that as well, can be stunned, and just get into melee to just basically cleave it down. Be aware that Sanctum Sentries do not respawn during the fight, so as soon as they're all dead, you don't have to deal with it, and the fight's 100% easier. You'll be thinking the same way that I do, that this fight's all in the pool. Do an LOS pool, do not do any heals, damage, buffs, or anything like that during the pool, because you are most likely going to die by Sanctum Sentries jumping onto you. And basically, if Sanctum Sentry kills a mob by jumping onto them, they'll just jump into the tank and kill them as well, okay? So let the MDs go out. With Auriaya as well, you want to have Auriaya tanked by a separate tank. So for this fight, you can either have 3 tanks or 2 tanks, and the tanking the sentries must pop cooldowns, and all the defense must pop cooldowns to kill those sentries really quickly. And Auriaya can be with those ads, but generally it's not recommended given the Sonic Screech and the Sentinel Blast. Next up, we got the Feral Defender, okay? The Feral Defender just pops up randomly, and I've got to say here, the first one is the hardest. It does Feral Rush, by the way, as well, which interrupts spellcasting and deals fatal damage to a random person. It is Pounce as well. I guess the Pounce is not as effective because you have to be 10 yards on it. The main reason why it's not as effective is that generally the tank's already at the Feral Defender. So the second tank will just tank the Feral Defender, and the tank's already there, so it won't pounce most likely. Now, basically as well, every time it can drop Seeping Feral Essence on the ground, it can drop a little Void Zone, and that means you have to move the boss and move the ad. He does drop it occasionally as well, he drops it quite a bit, so you have, sometimes your platform will be half filled with Void Zone, and you have to keep, cutting your way around bit by bit by bit. Overall, there's no hard mode for this encounter. Overall, this is all in the pool. All these mechanics that I'm talking about after the pool are very easily dealt with. Like Sonic Screech, just stand in front of the boss, dispel the debuff, and that's it. This boss is overall very, very easy, okay? So don't panic too much about it. It's just if you get the pool right, you've basically gonna kill the boss, okay? That's pretty much it. See you guys later. Peace out. Bye.